with soccer. So that I can add you to the speakers.
I've also tried to add you, but it was difficult. Can you take the mic so that we can bring you up? Okay. Whilst we are waiting for the SG, can uh, can leader Barbara is our main guest today. We were asking you before you came into the room, we were just remembering the life of if you can hear me, can you just unmute yourself
More blessing,
and
may you
say
please
something?
unmute yourself.
Say something.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me well. Um,
Okay.
yes, thank you very much. I think first and foremost, we just received the shocking news on the demise of Minister Omede, a football stalwart that we've known since we were young boys. I grew up supporting Dynamos, and we have learned to appreciate his role that he played in Islanders and also in Zifa. You know, he's one of the most recognized football faces, a fine administrator, and a man that stayed away from the usual controversies that are associated with football. And it's a sad day indeed to the family of Zimbabwe, particularly at this time where there is now chaos in Zimbabwean football. It is this time that you really miss people like Gumedi. They could have chipped in and tried to resolve the current mess that is in our football. We don't know whether our team that is going to AFCON will end up participating or not, because as we are all aware, there is interference from the government that has resulted in the suspension of the ZIFA board. So we are in a crisis in terms of football, but at the same time we have lost one of our sons. And we would want, on behalf of the MDC family, to extend our sincere condolences to the Hwende family, the Highlanders family, the Zifa family, and the Zimbabwean football family at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, SG. We already had a minute of silence or a moment of silence before you came. Indeed, we are meeting in uncertain times, and we have lost a number of comrades this year, including the Wamapinga and the others. So 2021 was actually a year we lost some of our icons and some of our legends. We hope that 2020 will be a much better year. Now, coming back to the business of the day, to welcome our FG, can you all give me a hundred? Just to give a hundred there. Yes, yes, I can see the hundred. I can see the hundreds. Thank you so much. So, SG, the time is yours. You can go ahead and give us your plan and what you planning for Uzumba, and let the diaspora know how much help is needed, and also if it's only Uzumba, and if it's not only Uzumba, which other constituencies are you looking at, and so forth and so forth. So you can go ahead and give us what you have prepared for the audience.
Thank you very much, everyone. Welcome, everyone. I think that my fellow Mofu is also in the audience, Mr. Matigari himself is welcome, and everyone else. Welcome to the MDC family, the citizens of Zimbabwe who are here today. I think we 2022 is the beginning, it marks the beginning of the election calendar, and we are going to start our preparations in earnest when we close the year. I'm sure you are aware that we were conducting voter registration campaigns, particularly the teams that were deployed that were identifying voters. I know that many of you were shocked by the results that were announced by SEC, to the effect that less than 3,000 Zimbabweans have registered the entire year. We are not sure where they are getting those figures, because our own figures ourselves are much higher than the figures that SEC is talking about. But we are not surprised, because ZEC is a discredited body that is known for rigging elections. But we are doing our processes scientifically. Everything else is being backed up, and we will do a voters roll audit together with ZEC. I'm sure you are aware that initially they wanted to exclude the MDC alliance until we expose them, and I'm happy now that our teams are now being entertained by ZEC, and they also have a platform that brings together the secretary generals of the major political parties. I have not attended their meetings of yet, but we have sent some representation. So we hope that when we do the audit, so we are not worried about figures for now. And besides, overall, what we are currently doing is mobilizing people, doing voter education, impressing upon the people on the need for them to register in a non-partisan manner, because when we are moving around, we are targeting young people, explaining to them the need for them to register as Zimbabweans that are over 18. So that when the voter registration comes, everyone that is eligible must register. Then later on, when it comes to proper political campaigning, then we will come back and sell our party. So our teams now that are going around, they are going with a general voter registration message, and also trying to impress upon the people that they need to register. What you will see is from the areas that we have visited with our teams, there are a number of people that are not registered. From what we have seen, we might actually be having more people that are not registered than those that are registered. And that explains the low voting figures that we always get. I did a comprehensive door-to-door exercise in Kwazana, for example. Every second house, you find 3, 4 people that have not registered. A majority of them young people that have just turned 18, and so forth. But statistically, also, you will find out that out of every 100 unregistered people, 50 of them don't have IDs. So IDs also are going to be a major issue in this voter registration exercise. So that's why we appreciate the agents that is being shown by the party to put to put pressure to the registrar general, for example, to make sure that when the voter registration please starts, we have teams that come from the registrar general office that we should be issuing voter registration IDs, national IDs, and registering people, because a number of people are without IDs, not only young people, but a number of citizens. So those are the kind of problems that you will see. But we are very excited by the enthusiasm that you find. People want to register, people want to participate. We have done that exercise in Kwazana, where my constituency is, and when we went for the Christmas holiday, I'm happy to say that we have completed all the areas. We have about 10,600 households in Kwazana, and our teams had visited each and every household together with myself and our local council. So that's the same exercise. We then did also a number of rural areas. I think you saw us were in Chikomba, where we also carried a similar exercise. The statistics are the same, the excitement is the same. A number of young people are not registered, people that are ordinarily are not forced to attend ZANU-PF meetings, people that have just matured, they've just finished school. Those are untapped young people that should be targeted. So they are also there, but the same problems that we find in urban areas, the lack of birth certificates, in some instances, the lack of identity documents, it's also prevalent in the rural areas. So it's a huge problem that needs to be sorted. But what we have seen is also that we should not take things for granted. And I like being practical and also streetwise. And that is the reason why you find out that I'm a little bit different from the previous Secretary General, because I like to do things in a different manner. I'm always out myself with the teams. I go to Marondera, I conduct door to door from morning until 4 o'clock together with the teams, so that when they give me reports, I also have a first-hand understanding of the challenges that people face. And I'm sure you saw me. We went to Tuesday. I went with the team. We're together with the Secretary for Rural Strategy. They wanted to go and come back, and I said, no, we are here for 3 days. We must sleep with the people here. We must eat with them. I know Warakash were later on laughing at us that we were finishing people's chickens, but that was part of the program. And you need to wake up with them and start the day with them so that you have a fuller understanding of the challenges that our structures face in rural areas. So that's what we did when we go out with my teams. I spent 3 days there in the villages with them, conducting this program. So we are going to start again, and we will be providing leadership. I was assigned by the president to deal with the Mashonaland East Province. I am from Mashonaland West Province myself, but we think that the Mashonaland East Province, for us to win the setups, we need to carry with us Mashonaland East Province. Because Mashonaland West Province, I'm sure you are aware that we have the majority of support there. Mashonaland Central has been used by ZANU-PF to rig. That's the province which they staff ballots. And so part of the strategy that we will be conducting is to ensure that we are represented at all the polling stations by genuine agents. Because the problem with agents is that it's one thing to deploy 44,000 agents, but you need also to make sure that out of those 44,000 agents, all of them belong to your party, because you can also deploy agents that have been bought by the system. We know that ZANU-PF and the CIO, they are very good in this thing. So you end up deploying people thinking that, for example, in Uzumba, you have agents. When they are agents of the regime, and for the day it's easy for the regime now to swap ballot boxes, because it will be their people. They just bring ballot boxes that are already voted. So we need to make sure it's a huge exercise. That's why I must be myself on the ground to ensure that when we are mobilizing voters, we are also ensuring that our structures on the ground are solid, so that when we then come to the time when we select agents, we have people that are not being selected because they want money to be agents, but people that have the party at heart, people that have a history of not selling out, people that have been properly vetted by the leadership. And for a change, we have said this year that the days where senior leadership follows results on television, in their hotels or in their dining rooms, that those days are over. The voting day is the most critical time for a political party. So apart from the president, who is a candidate, I don't see any reason why the Secretary General must not be at a polling station, ensuring that the polling station is defended, and ensuring that there is no rigging. Because once you see that the whole Secretary General has been bought, then we have a huge problem. I don't see why the whole standing committee must leave the issue of monitoring polling stations to other people. So the whole entire leadership will be deployed to polling stations, particularly those polling stations that we have identified that have been used in the past to rig the election. So those are some of the things that we are going to do. So we use Zumba. You can see that there is a problem with the Chinese, and a number of people have been disposed of their land, and there's a political crisis that is there. I think you've seen videos of people complaining. We have sent teams ourselves as the MDC to investigate and so forth. So we will be deploying teams without saying much on this platform, but we are going to be deploying our structures in Uzumba. So the support that we are looking for is for support to support our structures so that our structures are capacitated. We want to give them tools to use, and so that we can win Uzumba. The goal is to win Uzumba. So basically, we are appealing for assistance in terms of um, um, funds for them to use. You know, when people do this kind of exercise, they need somewhere where they can cook afterwards and have lunch. So we are not even looking for a lot of funds, but just money to enable them to conduct those exercise, print flyers, have a bit of t-shirts, and so that the party is visible. And also there will be a number of programs that we are going to be conducting there. You know, when you want to register young people, you need to go where they are. And many of them, you find them in sporting grounds. So they will be playing soccer and so forth. So we will also be conducting sporting activities just to make sure that we are covered. So we don't need people to worry a lot about the exact figures. Everything is under control. Obviously, we will not be revealing the strategy that we are using. Safe to say that for now, even if you mobilize as many people as you want to take them to district offices, there is a deliberate go-slow that is being done by exec staff. In the whole day, they can register 13, 14 people, so it's pointless. So this time, we are using it to educate people on the need for them to register to vote, and also to check their status in terms of the documents, so that those who don't have IDs are identified and are assisted. The idea being that by the time that the voter registration list starts, we will know exactly that in Uzumba Maramba Fungwa, there are 10,000 people that are not registered. By the way, now it's only called Uzumba. In Uzumba, there are 10,000 people that new voters that needs to be registered, and out of those 10,000 voters, 5,000 don't have IDs, and these 5,000 who don't have IDs, they stay in which village they can be identified. We can then get people to ensure that those people are helped, and they get the IDs, and when the voter registration starts, then they start registration. So this is the exercise that we are carrying out. I'm sure you understand why we can't reveal much in terms of strategy, because obviously our friends would want to know what is going to happen, because they are shocked. All the CIO reports are pointing to a resounding MDC victory. That's why they are panicking, they are arresting people, they are beating people, and so forth. So we are sitting here smiling, but also understanding that there is a lot of work that needs to be done offline and also online. There is a lot of work that also needs to be done. And I want to appreciate the efforts that the citizens are making. ZANU-PF does not want the MDC to have anything, even in account. You know, they follow us through, they close our accounts. You can't even get a lease agreement as MDC. For the party, even if you want to have party offices, you can. And so that is how ZANU-PF operates. So when they see citizens coming together, raising funds to assist, they get one, because to them they want the NDC to go to elections without any resources. So I would want to thank on behalf of the party leadership everyone that is making efforts to ensure that the 2023 election is fully funded. Elections requires a lot of money. In fact, running a political party requires a lot of money. I've seen people, many people don't understand the amount of resources that you need in a month to to run just the MDC. You know, it's a lot of money. On a year basis, it runs into millions of dollars. And I'm sure you are aware that our grant was taken. They tried to follow up even people that support us locally in Zimbabwe. They follow them up, they harass them, they close their accounts, cancel whatever business agreement that they will be doing, and so forth. So we have been left in a situation where very few people want to assist us, but because we have had to be creative and streetwise, we are still standing. The party is strong, as you can see, the structures are there, and we are marching on. You know, we have offices. I've seen people saying that we don't have offices. We have offices. If you go to every province, you will see an MDC office that is manned by staff that goes there every day. If you go to the head office, we have an alternative office where we are operating. And I'm sure most of you have seen us having our standing committees there. But people want to go out and say, there's no office, there's no car. Then this is a very big party. How do you run an institution like MDC without an office or without staff? It's impossible. We have staff, we have over 100 workers that come to work every day. We have to scale down, but I'm sure as we go next year, we are going to be hiring more workers because we need more assistance because we are going now for election. So that is the state of the party. The party is strong. We need assistance, but we are moving on. We are strengthening the party. The membership is growing. We now have an electronic membership system. People can check the growth that we have achieved since we came from Congress in terms of real figures. How many people have joined the party? How many figures? How many people are now subscribed to the MDC? How many people pay subscriptions every month? You know, the figures are there. They are always reviewed in our yearly audit. So there are clear signs of growth, but obviously we need to do more. And I must also say that we must be accommodating. Obviously, I'm not talking about the recent issue that yes, been on Twitter and social media, but we have a Congress resolution for the big tent that the MDC must be a home for every Zimbabwean. If you are a politician, you don't choose voters. You know, you can't be the presidential candidate and go and say, so and so, you must not vote for me. Only this one can vote for me. No, we go and market the party, and that's why even in prison, prisoners have rights to vote. You can't choose voters. That's all that I can say. But obviously, we also understand the sensitivities that many people have with other people. We will always encourage those people that have committed various crimes in the past as a result of the old regime, and also the people that are in the current regime. That look, when you come, you at least be humble enough to apologize, but we are not going to crucify you. You as Zimbabweans, you have the right to play a part and so forth. And so we would want to make sure that we are attractive enough to attract new voters and also retain old voters. It's a difficult balancing act, and sometimes there are things that you can't say publicly, things that the leadership will be doing behind the scenes, because there's a lot of things that happen. Many people they think that I just come out and say something on Twitter myself, but I also have a boss that I report to who manage me on a day basis, and also the national standing committee is there, is the one that runs the party administratively. They are engaged in the MDC affairs on a day-to-day basis. We have platforms where leadership make decisions, give input when there are errors and omissions. They input there and there. They don't wait until we have a meeting. We have a national executive that is composed of most of, I think, some of the most brilliant Zimbabweans that you can find: lawyers, accountants, business people, students, labor leaders, and so forth. So these are people that should make some of the decisions. And you will see, if you are the Secretary General, you hardly make those big decisions. My job is to implement resolutions of the party that come through the organs. But sometimes we make mistakes also, but we are quickly corrected. And that's how we move as a party. So, in a nutshell, this is where we are, and we what we are hoping is that we have identified 5 constituencies. The most difficult is one. The most difficult one in National and East. I'm saying the most difficult ones because they are constituencies that have been used by ZANU-PF to staff votes because of various reasons, violence, intimidation, and so forth. So we want to end all those things. We want to end the intimidation. We want to be present. We want to ensure that in every constituency there are young people that will react and help parents if violence escalates, because we have budgeted that ZANU-PF will be always be ZANU-PF. They can't go to an election without any violence. But we are not going to be crying like in the past. We want to win this election, and we are going to win. So we put in place our own mechanisms to make sure that families are going to be protected, that people are mobilized, that people are ready to work for the party, and that people are ready to vote, and that there's no intimidation, there's no interference, and so forth. So those, I think, my last remark. So we have those 5 constituencies that we are appealing for help. It's in Uzumba. Then we have got moods in North and West, I think. Then we have one of the Tokos and was there Uzumba and the Maramba Funga. So we also want to cover the Maramba Funga side. So those are the 5 constituencies that we are starting. We are starting a pilot project that we then hope that after the first 2 weeks of January, then we can then 1st February we can then deal with all other constituencies. But we want to focus on this one just immediately when we open. So thank you very much for watching.
All right. Thank you so much, SG, for your passionate talk. You can mute a bit because of the feedback. So we've all heard it for ourselves that Uzumba and 4 other constituencies are going to be part of the pilot project. And according to the cost that the SG met, they require $500 for Uzumba. Then it means that there are other constituencies. Assuming that it is almost the same amount, that would mean that around 2,500 is needed for all these things to happen. Today was mainly for Uzumba, which means the $500 for Uzumba needs to come out of our pockets now. We have pinned a link where you can go straight ahead and donate on our Twitter page. You can go and check the link out, and you put what you have there. But whilst we are doing that, I will give the mic to Mr. Ali, Mr. Washington Ali. He's already a speaker. What's your take? How can we help Uzumba? Mbingatanero who are in the crowd who are going to donate please, can you request the mic so that we give you, so far we'll give those who are going to the next phase, then we'll go to the discussion later. So make use of the link. Go ahead, Mr. Ali.
Thank you very much, host. And thank you very much, Your Honorable Secretary General, for laying the floor for us. I'm sure everyone who's on here today has had the challenges that we have. And I'm sure we all need change at home, and change starts with us. We have to give the people who are the foot soldiers on the grounds the tools to go and do the work. So, as the Diaspora Support Network, the MDC Diaspora Support Network, I think it is our duty to find it within our hearts to say, right, we have been tabled with challenges. They are on the ground, they are working. We saw what they did during the Christmas time, going to donate. And we saw the distractions that was done by ZANU-PF, stopping the elders from getting food. I think that was really very disturbing. We are trying as a party, our leadership are going into areas, and this has never been done before. And people always say, oh, what does MDC do? What is MDC doing? There you go. MDC is going out there. Is distributing food. Is distributing food to the needy, to the elderly, our elderly. We saw Mbuya kupenga, what is this? Who do you think you are? And I think as a people, we need to all stand up to people who are stopping things from happening. I would not want to talk much, but I think today is a day that we need to try and see if we can get the assistance that is required by our Secretary General to go and do some work. There's going to be more coming, more spaces, more Zoom spaces. We've got a lot that we have planned for the diasporans. And I would like to put it to that. We really need to make sure we help. We need to facilitate. This is our last chance. I know there's so many people who are still doubting MDC. I need you to find it in your heart to say, you had SG talking there. He said, we are open, we are welcoming you all. MDC is your home. So I think that you wouldn't need anybody to say anything more than what SG said. It is your home. So let's feel at home. And when you are at home and you feel at home, find it in your heart to be able to help.
Yes. So thank you, Mr. Ali. So we begin with you. How much are you willing to help? Because we need to do some calculations. We'll continue with the discussions after the money talk. We want to see how much we can raise right here. So go ahead. How much is your pledge? By pledge, we don't mean something that is going to come later. We mean something that will immediately finish speaking. You go to the PayPal link and go ahead to deposit. So go ahead.
Well, I think I'll start with the 100. I'm going to pledge 100, which then puts 400 left for Zumba. And I'm just thinking, from the top of my head, if all the leadership who are here, each donates 100, we will be able to cover all these five constituencies today. And also, Chico, I think we need to pin that message up there so that people who are actually on this platform can just easily go in and click on the link right on the top there and be able to do their donations. I'm going to do my donation and I'll be back shortly once I do my donation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So there we have it, 100. From there, we have a plan. Can you go ahead and make your donation?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, great. I'm going to do a 20, but as Ali has just said, can you, as a matter of agency, pin the tweet up there because it's easier to interact. That tweet you're talking about, if you bring it onto this platform, then we can just click while we are on the platform listening and discussing and do the donations. That way is very effective.
Definitely. We are going. I'm going to try to do that so that it can be asked. Thank you so much. Can we go to MDCA? I think it's room with a meeting second. Yeah, Namibia. Can you go ahead?
Oh, thank you very much. I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity. Speaking is the spokesperson, MD's Alliance Namibia, Rundu Branch, Robson Rwanda. In connection with the diaspora support for Uzumba and other constituencies, I I just want, on behalf of the branch, to encourage diaspora structures, especially the leadership, to coordinate and make sure that we maintain the core purpose of diaspora assemblies, because we understand that the only thing that we can do for the struggle is to help the struggle financial man. So as the Rundu branch, right now, I think you will be, I have SG Simbarashe and here that is ready for Uzumba, Maramba Fung. So we are going to make the transactions if possible so that we support the cause. But we are not going to end there. We it's like you actually heard that we twinned Uzumba. It was 2023 and we have plans. We are raising some funds for Uzumba. So I just want us to continue giving the financial support to the party. Make sure that when the registration blitz starts, we are all there. We are all ready to give the moral, financial, and all the material support that is needed. I think the Secretary General is aware of our commitment, and we are going to continue supporting the struggle financially. So, as the MDC Alliance Namibia Rundu branch, we have our 50 US ready that can be transacted anytime, but we are not going to end there. I think my Secretary General also wants to. Okay, he said it's fine. So that is my word of encouragement. Intellectual coordination among the diaspora structures. It is going to help us. Coordination is very key. Finance is needed. Let's go on. I actually appreciate the efforts by the Secretary General and the national team. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. From there, we'll go to Chief Uhera. Chief Uhera, can you go ahead? Chief Uhera, unmute yourself and go ahead. Okay, it looks like it's difficult. I think they can't unmute themselves. Let's go to we move. We move. Can you unmute and talk to us? Um, I can see that there are some uh, who can speak. SG, can you hear me? Okay.
You're loud and clear. We can
Ah.
hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So the people are supposed to be unmuted. So let's go to Pami. Can you go ahead?
Good afternoon. Thank you, host, for letting me speak. I've got a question for the SG in particular. Uh, I I did try to join the movement. I think it's about more than 18 months ago, just after the elections of 2018, where we did like an online registration. But until now, I think we paid £72 for that, or $72. I can't remember the exact figure. But we haven't got any confirmation of whether I'm regarded as a member or whether my application is still pending. I don't know. And there are a lot of people with the same situation as mine. So I think there are other things that are outstanding that could be used as like fundraising initiatives. Because, for example, if I had my membership card or if my membership application had been confirmed, I could I could have gone on to make my subscriptions, yearly subscriptions, monthly subscriptions. So there's a lot of other things that have not been done that could be done in order to raise more funds for the movement. So, because to be honest, these are outstanding things that can be sort of sorted out in order for the fundraising initiatives to be sort of to be easier. Because I know there are a lot of people who are in my situations. I can't keep quiet because I know it's my responsibility. But if there's anything to show that, when people apply or when people try to join the movement, those that is processed and I could have something to show that I've joined. I think it will be very, very, very easy to sort of mobilize other people who have the same sort of vision. So I would like the SG to maybe clarify that and to tell us what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pami. We have taken note of that. So what we'll do is after we're finished with the financial contributions, right now we are sitting at 400 US, so we need to push a bit more. The SB is going to respond to your concerns before the leaks. So thank you for that. And those who have contributions, which are not related to the money for Zumba, can we just hang on a little after we are done with the contributions? We can then have other talks so that at least we finish the program on time. Thank you so much. So now we are now sitting at 500, meaning that the Zumba amount is now complete. We are moving on to say there are 4 more provinces that are there. So let's move. Let's go to Mr. Mateo. Can you go ahead? I mean, you can.
Yeah, good evening, good host, good evening, SG and all the leadership on the platform. Um, yeah, I think this is a very good move, especially for the chosen constituency, because they are hard to actually for any candidate whatsoever, especially, I mean, later on, just a rural constituency just on its own is very difficult for any candidate or anybody to actually manage financially. So I think this move will help a lot in terms of also getting the number of votes that will give us even the president and the MP and all that, and also even the PRs and senators. So I think it's a very good cause. I'll just say as a gesture, just I'll be paying $20, but I'm trying to find where exactly, but I can't see the link. And
If I can have the link, then I'll pay $20. Some of you may be aware.
If you are not yet speaking, please mute yourself, or we will remove you from the speakers temporarily. Go ahead, Mr. Mateo.
Yeah, I was just saying, as you may be aware, my son is actually going for a by-election anytime soon. We don't know exactly when. So, yeah, things are a bit tight, but I'll put $20 on.
Thank you so much. We are currently sitting on 540. So, go ahead.
Maybe just a small intervention, what? I think thank you very much for we have secured Uzumba. The next constituency is Maramba Fungo. I think they were split, so we go to the next because they are neighboring constituencies. So the next 500 we are raising now is for Maramba Fungo because I also have the provincial treasurer for March East here, so he needs to take note of which pledges are coming in. So we with your permission, can we focus on Maramba Fungo?
Okay. Thank you so much. So we are finishing the Maramba Fungo as well. So we started with Uzumba, then we go to the Maramba and the Fungo area, which is there. So let's go ahead. Chief Uyera, can you now speak? Are you able to speak? Okay, Chief Uyera is not able to speak. Let's go to Muchaina Maketo or something like that. Can you go ahead? Muchina Maketo or I don't know, something like that. Okay, go ahead, Baba Maka.
I think he's dropped.
Okay.
Just to add on what Victor said, whoever you come for it, can we focus on what we are focusing on? I know if anybody is not issues, we can take issues outside this meeting after we have finished the fundraising, so that we can also allow people time to come on the platform, play, share. I've donated my 100 and come on, guys, let's take it.
Okay, so go ahead. We have a plan. We have your hand up. Can you go ahead?
Okay, I just wanted to confirm to you that I've sent my 20, but also to say, please try just to pin that tweet up there. It's easier to interact with it rather than go out to search. The people that are here will easily click it from the space, and that should help.
Definitely. I have been trying to do that, but unfortunately, it's not possible. I guess maybe next time it will be easier, but I have been trying. Can more people request the mic? Those who are saying give us the mic, can you request so that I can see? Because there are many people who are on the platform, so sometimes I'm not seeing your request. So please request the mic, then I will get you. Chief Kuera, if you can't, I will have to remove you from the speakers if you can't speak. Okay. Um, let's go to the other two. Gorima, can you go ahead, Gorima, and speak?
Thank you. Good evening. Don't know if you are hearing me clearly.
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, okay, yes, Chief Gorima. The actual name actually is Kundirai Scott. I'm the treasurer for MGC Alliance UK and Ireland. Yes, this is a very good role you are playing, Chico, and I wanted to just get that numbers here, maybe if we focus also on constituent screening, that could help. But that's for another day. For today, my weight is that I am putting in 50 pounds, whatever it comes into.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chief Godima. Let's go to Sabuku.
Thank you very much, Leader Jikro, and thank you, SG Hwende, for being with us here and for giving us all the information you gave. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just here to say, if not us, then who is going to make this possible? You know the situation back home, and everyone back home now looks at us, and that's why we should support projects like this, and that's why we should support all fundraisers that we see that go to this cause. So, without taking much of your time, I want to donate my $50 towards the Maramba Funga, because uzumba Maramba Funga in the words, and it's a constitution, that's been used or abused for so long, and we cannot just sit and watch. So this time, ladies and gentlemen, let's donate and let's make our fight. Let's fight all the way through. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. If you can see the people are here, and they like some people, but people can get in the last amount of the yeah. I'm going to donate $100. The Wednesday, for currently, I've here, but that is on our handle. So the test is on our handle. And thank you for your generous donation. Thank you so much. Yes. From there, we go to it's very hard. The other side, to connecting. You can request more. I think I have double. Chief Uhera, 111. Are you there? Okay, we'll remove Chief Uhera there. Then let's go to Michael. Can you go ahead, Michael? Michael Kumi, can you unmute?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
I'm willing to donate $200 into the MDC account with regards to the Marambe.
What's happening?
Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Michael Kumi for a generous donation. From there, let's go to.
Okay, one thing, I'm not too sure about the account details. Maybe if you could inbox me in my, you could send that information in my inbox.
Okay. Your inbox is not open, so send. Click on the host and then send us a message. Then we'll be able to send the link to you.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you.
Yes. Let's go ahead. I've been seeing a number of people trying to connect, but they are failing. So you can request the mic whilst we are waiting. SG, whilst we are waiting, can you go ahead and say some words. If you would like to respond to Pami, that's up to you. If you want to respond after we are done, then that's up to you as well. But before SG, we'll give Beauty is the time to speak. Beauty, go ahead.
Thank you. I don't have much words. I just wanted to let you know I've pinned your tweet on the top there with the link for people who are here.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You did well. You did well. So the link is now there on the top as requested. And also we have seen that Sabuku has added another 100 from what he has donated. He said 50, and he has increased it to 150 instead of the 50. So thank you so much, Sabuku, for that. Let's go ahead and request SG. You can say a few words whilst the other people are requesting.
Oh, all right. No, thank you very much. I think I'm shocked and happy with the level of support that we are getting, and I would want to thank you on behalf of the leadership. Thank you so much, and these donations will go a long way. You know, in MDC, 500 is worth 100,000 in ZANU-PF. I'm sure you know what I mean. Because ZANU-PF, when they organize a rally, they need 100,000. I only need 500 because of the commitment that we have our members, and also because people are committed to the struggle, they go there. So this is a difference in MDC. So I would want to I'm taking note of the questions, and I will answer them at the end. All the questions that you have raised. So I will make a commitment that I will answer them.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's go to Tadi. Tadi, can you go ahead? Tadi Tatobaya Member, can you go ahead? Your inbox is not open, so thanks.
I think if you're having problem with opening your mic, you might need to come out totally and then try and come back. It always works much better that way. Anybody who's trying to request for a mic and it's not happening, if you exit and then you come back onto space and then request for a mic, it always works much better. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, Tadi. Unmute and go ahead, Tadi. Or Tadi. Okay. It seems okay. Go ahead. Tadi is not going. We'll go to Dr. Ranga. Can you go ahead? Dr. Ranga, you can unmute and go ahead. Hello? Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Hello, this is Dr. Ranga. I hope everyone can hear me. Hello?
Yes,
you are clear. We can hear you. We can hear you. You are clear. If you can hear me, just wanted to say thank you for the space and for all
we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you
for being here.
And thank you to everyone who is participating in this space today. What I am grateful for is the fact that people are acting. We just not all talk. A lot of times, Zimbabweans, we get stuck in just talking, and we have been talking for the last 41 years. For change to happen, and it involves all of us coming together as citizens and saying we have had enough. And the way we show that is by participating, whether it's through our contributions, through registration, through voting. Every little bit helps, and we should not cede any ground to ZANU-PF. So participating in voter registration and other activities in constituencies like UMP is very important. So I'm contributing my $50 towards UMP, towards Marambapungwe constituency. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We thank you for the generous donation. And from there, we will go to Mambo Sose. Can you go ahead, Mambo Sose?
Okay, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much, Zico. Let me begin by thanking the People's SG, Honorable Hwende, and thank him for coming here and explaining, what's going on in Marambapungwe. And I also want to thank him for, taking the bull by its horns. Uzumba Marambapungwe is so-called a ZANU-PF stronghold, but we know that ZANU-PF is no stronghold anyway. And people were always afraid of Uzumba Marambapungwe, saying it's a ZANU-PF dominated area. But over the past few months, we have seen Honorable Epmo Chidziva and other senior MDC leaders going to Uzumba Marambapungwe. And now we are hearing our SG that is going to hit the ground running, where January come January. And that's exactly the kind of spirit that we need, the kind of spirit that Zimbabweans need. We are on holiday, but our SG is with us here, and come January, you will be in Uzumba Marambapungwe, a so-called ZANU-PF territory. It just shows the commitment that the MDC Alliance has towards the 2023 elections. We want to thank you so much for that, SG, and we can assure you that we are going to be fully behind you. We are going to support you so that we take Uzumba Marambapungwe. In fact, we want to take the rest of Mashonaland East. I'm from Mashonaland East myself, and people mock us saying that it is ZANU-PF dominated constituency or province. It's not. ZANU-PF just rigs elections, and I'm prepared to do everything possible to ensure that March East goes to the MDC Alliance. So I've already donated 150 towards the first district, and towards Marambapungwe, I'm going to put in 50, which will make my total contribution today $200.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now we are going to Munda. Mundawara, can you go ahead?
Thank you very much, host, and thank you very much, Honorable SG. I would like to thank the Honorable SG for being on the ground. I like the part where you said, I was on the ground and we need to stay on the ground. That is something that has been very rare with our comrades of late. But this direction that he is taking is showing us that really there's someone in charge of the ship. The ship is sailing in the right direction. I'd like to thank you very much for that. I would also like to applaud you for the approach that you are taking as far as election agents are concerned, where you said what stops the SG from being an election agent? There's nothing that can stop the SG from doing that. But back then, we were just used to situations where we'll be picking up ourselves, who can go amongst us, who can go, and these are sometimes the people who can be bullied into anything. But if we take our structures first, and the structures lead by example, thank you very much for that. I've just done a donation of 20 bucks. That's what I had at the moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead. Where are we now? Right. More requests. Those who want to speak, can you request the mic? Okay, we will add Musukuru wa Zimuto. Musukuru wa Zimuto, can you go ahead?
Thank you very much, leadership. Magali Mose, how are you? Linjani. I came late, so I don't know exactly what the money is raised for, but because I'm a soldier, I've just donated my £30, my $30.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Musukuru wa Zimuto. The money is going towards the Uzumba Maramba Fungwe. So we started with Uzumba. We wanted 500 for Uzumba, and now we are on the 500 for Maramba and Fungwe area, so that we complete the Uzumba Maramba Fungwe, all of it. And I'll give now the mic to MDCA Ontario branch, Canada. Can you go ahead?
Hello, leadership. Thank you so much. I'm the organizing secretary for the Ontario branch here in Toronto. So I've put my $100, the $100 US.
Thank you so much, Ontario, for your generous donation. I can see that Dr. Anga is back. Can you go ahead, Dr. Anga?
Hi, leadership. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if you heard me the first time.
Yeah, we heard you.
Okay.
But now you are more clearer than the first time, so you can just say it in brief, because there were some parts which were not quite clear.
We need change in Zimbabwe today. I know we keep talking about 2023. It's way out there. We have people who are dying today because of mismanagement in Zimbabwe. We have terrible roads. Healthcare is in shambles. And Zimbabweans, we keep talking about the future. So for us to take control of the future, we need to act now. And I think registering voters in different parts of the country is one aspect of that. And we don't have to wait for 2023. We need to get things done today. So thank you, SG, and thank you, leadership, for coming together and bringing us together. We in the diaspora are ready for change. And we want to do everything possible so that we can deliver our country today, not tomorrow. Because we keep talking about the future. The future will only happen when we act correctly today. And I think these efforts are very significant. So thank you. I will donate another $50 towards Maramba Pungwe for a total of 200. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your generous donation. We will go to Nefas Gore. Can you go ahead?
I think while we're waiting for him to unmute, I've just got a message sent to my DM here by Honorable Ryan. He's asked me to inform the SG that he's donating $100 on top of the 50 that he said he was going to donate. plus 40 liters of fuel when needed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Honorable Ryan. Much appreciated. Gore, can you go ahead, Mr. Nefas Gore? Okay, if you are not yet able to speak, let's go to the Zealot. Can you go ahead, the Zealot?
Hello, I greet you all leadership. I'm actually in China, and the thing is, I don't know how to vote this side. I just joined this right now. I don't know right this minute. I don't know how to go about it, and I don't know what's happening now. I'm sorry I brought this. Maybe it's a little bit out of topic, but can you help me from the like this side in China, the diaspora?
Okay. Thank you for that, the Zealot. We are going to help you. The SG is going to reply to you when it comes to the diaspora. I can also help with that information. We'll share the information at the end. So hold on. That the time for that is coming. Let's go to Mr. Les Mukurashija, something like that.
Yes, thank you very much, host. Yes, that's Leslie Mkuraja. I am the Deputy Treasurer General for Mashonaland East. And I just want to add to what the SG said. We are so very appreciative of this platform, of this effort of assisting our province specifically for Uzumba. We do have boots and men on the ground, and I, for one, I also would put my truck, my pickup truck, to ferry the support team on the ground. We do, the SG has organized us into cluster teams that go out into the various constituencies. And I do put my truck to assist, fully loaded with fuel, to assist in the operations on the ground. But otherwise, on behalf of my Treasurer General, Mr. Mzira, who is not on this platform, I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you all for your contributions, for your efforts, for coming together with all of us to really put our heads, our minds, and our resources to this worthy cause. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We are now sitting on 1,129. From there, let's go to Jessica Geraldine. Can you go ahead?
Oh, thank you so much. So I'm just here to also encourage young people to participate in initiatives like this. These are not just initiatives for people that you probably think are supposed to be doing it. As long as you are also within, as long as you're also within the party, or even people that are outside the party, but as long as you feel that you are a youth, it would be very good to just come together and even ask, despite of the efforts of what the SG is doing at this particular space. It would be nice to reach out to him if you have any other skills or if there's anything that you feel would be relevant, right, in regards to what the movement can do, right? So it might not necessarily be money, even though we are raising money for Zumba at the moment, but it could be skills. It could be you've got good oratory skills. It could be you can do flyers. It could be you can drive long distances. It can really be anything, right? So he just does not need money and obviously the material things, even like manpower. It would be nice for especially for young people to get involved and to push themselves to go to the SG instead of just waiting and we keep saying or Zumba without actually taking the action to approach the leaders, especially when they are available like this, to approach them and say, what can I do? I've got this that I can do, soft skills, hard skills. Is there any way that I can be of use to the party? And then I'm sure he knows the structures and where to place you. So yeah, I just really wanted to encourage all the young people who are here to push themselves, to be part of the movement, to be part of the change they want to see. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, that force girl. SG, we have passed the Maramba and Fungwe goal of I think that was reached at 1,000. What is the next constituency after Maramba and Fungwe?
Yes, it's Mudzi North. It's another uzumba which you hardly speak of.
Okay.
But a very deadly one, that one.
Yes. So, as you have heard from the SG, Uzumba, Maramba, and Fungwe, we have already covered those ones. Now we are going to Mudzi North, and we start with Reason Nekede. Can you go ahead and speak?
Thank you so much, Mr. Host. Thank you so much. Firstly, I would like to really appreciate the work that the SG is doing. And I would also like to say to the SG that, you are inspiring us as the young generation, seeing everything that you're doing, every steps that you're taking. You're not doing it for yourself, but you are doing it for our generation. And we also should take a part in this and do it for the next generation. So as the young people, I think you are setting a great example, and we want to appreciate you. And on top of that, I would like to say I'm very much inspired also by the fact that you actually went ahead and said you are going to take it upon yourself to become one of the agents. And myself, I also thought as I was sitting, like, okay, if the SG can do it, who is he doing it for? Obviously, he's doing it for me. So why am I not taking the initiative also to come forward and say, as much as I'm a bit far away, I will sacrifice and make sure that I will avail myself and be an agent wherever I'm needed. And I'm definitely going to do that. So I'm going to pledge my self as human capital, and I'm also going to pledge a vehicle, because I'm definitely going to be in Zimbabwe for the election period. So I'm also going to pledge a vehicle, whether it's Muzumba, Maramba, or Pungwe, or Mudzi, or whichever place that you so wish to deploy that vehicle. I am going to pledge that, and it will be fully loaded with petrol and everything that is needed to do that. And for now, I'm going to put also $50 towards the Mudzi constituency. But before I wrap up, I would like to say thank you. The young generation, we are doing wonders. We must just keep on encouraging one another. Every $10, every $5 that is coming here is a political consciousness, and we must be grateful of that. What we're building today, we are going to enjoy it tomorrow, and it's our struggle to fight. No one is going to fight for us. So those who are in the diaspora, besides the money, please, let's go there. Let's do it. Let's be part of the struggle. I think that's my contribution right there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your generous donation, Mr. Rizen Nekede.
Hello.
As you have
Hello.
heard,
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, Mr. Piniel Moyo.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Piniel, can you go ahead? Okay, it seems like Mr. Piniel, we can hear him, but he can't hear us. So I'll remove him from speaker so that he can join again. But before they come, I can just say in this space, we have already had 2 vehicles which have been pledged to work in the said areas. One is already there, and the one from Mr. Reason. So 2 cars, 1 pickup, and another vehicle, as Mr. Reason has said. So meaning, you can also play. The movement of people is very important. When let's say if there is violence or something, it's better to run away using a car instead of using your feet or using a bicycle. So definitely these vehicles can be of much more help because of what we are expecting can happen during this watershed election. So definitely thank you to you. We'll try to add more palms. Mr. Ali, you want to say something? I see you have just unmuted.
Well, since I am a youth, I want to challenge other youths that are here. I don't know if we. Jessica is laughing there. Okay, I take it back. I'm gonna give Chimuti back to my youth because my youth are choka. Jessica, do you want to unmute and
No, I think I've already said my contribution. And maybe what I forgot to say is welcome to, especially a lot of some PF accounts that are here. It is good to see you, and we just wanted to acknowledge your presence as well in what we are doing. We do hope that there is no content that you'd like to steal from us. We're just trying to do the very best we can as a party. But yeah, thank you, Washington.
Yes.
Can I contribute?
Yes, go ahead, Zilot.
Okay, so I would like to pledge $30, but I don't know how do we send this pledges?
There's a tweet that has been pinned. If you click on top there after the topic, you'll see that there's one tweet that was shared in this space, and you'll find a link directly from there.
Okay. So yes. I'll pledge $30.
All right. Thank you for your pledge. Let's go to Modi.
Thank you, leadership. My name is Mojo Pamire. I'm the UK and Ireland Provincial Organizing Secretary. Thank you, SG Hwende, for hosting this platform. I really appreciate for thinking of this good event. Thank you so much. I want to I wasn't expecting, it was actually something I just came across right now. I wasn't aware of the program. I'm going to donate $50 for this event, and then next time, just inform us as well, our leadership, so that we get prepared in this such event to be part of it, get involved in the change of government. I really appreciate it again. Thank you so much, the host, and thank you, SG. I really appreciate the good job you are doing. Thanks so much. I'm donating my $50 right now, and then the next events, definitely, I'll go on do my contribution to fight the regime of Zambia. Thank you, leadership. Thank you, SG Hwende.
Thank you so much, Mr. Model there with the $50. We thank you for your generous donation. From there, let's see who hasn't spoken yet. So it seems like the ones who are here will have donated. Is there anyone who would like to request a mic so that we give them a mic and maybe close off for today? Then we will reconvene at some other time. We had come with the goal of donating for Zumba, but we have managed Maramba Fungo as well, and part of Mutsi North. So now let's see the ones who have joined. Go ahead and speak. MDC UK and Ireland. Can you go ahead and speak?
Thank you so much, Leaders Rico. This is Patricia Chinyoka, the NBC Alliance UK and Ireland Province spokesperson, and I'd like to pledge $50. We just want to thank you so much for providing this platform and for doing what you're doing through the Diaspora
Affairs Department. And what I'm seeing right now is the citizens' convergence for change coming alive, and really something to celebrate, particularly as we end 2021 and looking forward to 2022, which is a year of action for us. So it's critical as a province, as the UK island, to be leading on some of these in terms of how we carry forward the message and bring together people to come to these platforms to enable them to donate and to be part of the journey. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Patricia, for the kind words and also for the generous donation. Thank you so much. So I'll give this time to the SG to respond to the questions that the people posed. And if there are any others who would like to say something, you can then request the mic. Then we'll wrap off soon so that we can go for other programs. So SG, it's your time.
Before the SG comes in, host, before the SG comes in, there probably may be new people who have just joined in. We are doing a fundraiser here for some difficult to reach constituency. We've got a pinned tweet right at the top of this message. So if anybody is having trouble or wishing to make their donation, this is your time. This is your chance. The Secretary General is speaking. You can go and do your link. I would have loved for us to basically just finish off the 2,500 for all the 5 constituencies. Then we know whatever we have is going to be something that we've already started working on. If at all possible, I'd really appreciate those who haven't put in their donations. We are asking you to find it somewhere in your heart to say, look, there is somebody who wants my country to be a better country, my country to change, my country to go back on the map, my country to be able to facilitate people with jobs, our parents with pensions. The list is so long. The party is there. MDC is saying, give us the chance. We will do it for you. We've got our Secretary General here with us this evening. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. You know, that 50 that you wanted to drink on New Year's Eve, you can take it and put it on there. It will go to good use.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ali. We will give SG, we will have to hold you on and give a chance to 3 more people who would like to donate. So we'll start with Chimama. Then we'll go like that. Chimama, go ahead.
Pamsoroi SG, Pamsoroi host, Pamsoroi vana veZimbabwe. I'm so happy nezvese zvamuri kuita pano paspace. Everybody who has donated, I take my hat out to you guys. Msangano ndewedu, movement ndeyedu. 2023 is a do or die year. We must win. We must do all we can to support those soldiers that are on the ground. So ndingoti zvangu I am so happy nezvamuri kuita, even the time to hold the space, the efforts that you guys are putting. Kuti mungoita kuti zvinhu zvacho zviite. If we do this on a daily basis, come 2023, ZANU-PF is going to be out. Thank you so much. That's my contribution.
Thank you. We go to Brighton. Brighton, can you go ahead?
Greetings, everyone. Thank you very much for this platform. Thank you, my brother Washington, for inviting me. I'm sorry I'm late. Thank you very much, SG Hwende. And thank you very much, everyone who is on this platform. I just want to say I've just made my contribution. I've donated $257.94. Thank you, and keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brighton. for your generous donation of 257.94 cents. Thank you. Quite a unique donation. Those cents are really, really important. Add those cents when you are donating as well. Thank you so much. From there, we'll go to Gilson Gwendu. Can you go ahead? Gilson Gwendu, unmute and go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Greetings to everyone. Greetings to Bonke Abadalega Tess. My advice is just to encourage you young people. Surely, I know my age group is the one that is messing the country right now. We wish, as we are in the diaspora, one day we'll go home and relax in a better place. So, I'm just encouraging you. I heard the previous speaker said there were some ZANU-PF people there. Yes, they also seen that their party has messed the country. They want a change. So everyone wants a change. Guys, I once emailed President Chamisa and President Mnangagwa to say, guys, speak to one another. We are a laughing stock in the world. Why can't our country move ahead? Look how many minerals we have there and the looting that is taking place right now. My words of encouragement is that let's keep the ball rolling. You young people, save us from this mess. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we'll give the whilst people setting their wallets and their accounts, we'll give this time to the SG to respond, and please request the mic. We'll give you the mic after the SG is done. We'll do the final round. Then we will be able to move on. So, SG, it's your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone who has participated in this space. Thank you very much to everyone that has donated, who are still donating. You will not believe the excitement that we have. I brought the provincial treasurer here, and we were just speaking behind there, just appreciating how this is going to be impactful on Mashonaland and East. Look, we operate with very few resources, and this is the first time that we are going to have such resources being poured in these constituencies, and you will see the result. And what we have insisted on is that when these teams go out to register, I'll share with you the Kwazana one, because the Kwazana one, look, even if there's ZANU-PF here, they won't do anything. We did door to door, and currently we are processing over 6,000 new voters that wants to go and register. And from the statistics that I was giving you, about 2,910 need the IDs, and we are helping them in Kwazana. We are able to help them ourselves without waiting for the government. So these are the kind of figures that I would want these foot soldiers that we are going to deploy. They must make sure that they visit every homestead and speak to people. When you are doing door to door, you are not only speaking to people that are not registered, but you are also speaking to people that are registered, reminding them that the MDC is there, President Chamisa is there, the party is alive. And so it's some form of mobilization that we are going to be carrying out soon. So we appreciate so much, and you will see for yourself the results. I will be myself in every constituency that we have donated, launch the door-to-door with them, sleep there one night, move to the other one, because we want to try to finish all of them within the time frame that we have set ourselves. And also to echo to what Jessica was saying, we also need various skills. For instance, here, if there is someone who can help these constituencies or Mashonaland East Province, help them with opening Twitter accounts, because we want them to be visible. They've got information communication secretaries that are there in the districts.
but kumusha kumowacho kukanyanya, but wamowacho wana skills watakubatsirwa, so that their voices are heard. You know, it could have been nice if manirana atine vanhu vari kuzumba, but variko my phones are now everywhere. Facebook is now everywhere, and so forth. So if we can get someone, then we can link them to the Secretary for Communications, so that much East can be visible. Like I'm sure you've seen Mashonaland West, where I come from. It's not by coincidence that is the most visible province. Even there are districts, you will see Mondoro talking, you will see Urungwe on the spaces. So that's the same thing that we would want to have. Thanks for those who have donated cars. We appreciate a lot. We will need these cars when we are moving up and down. And for those, the question that I got, I think there are two that I still remember. You can remind me the other one. The cards, yes, we had some problems. But what we have said now is that we were running a centralized system. So what would happen is someone in America will apply and the card be printed in Harare. So the first cards that we did, we then distribute the cards through our structures, because we can't then post them to the individuals that would have applied. Because with the website, the challenge was that anyone could apply from anywhere. So they could not be linked with our structure. So the system that works now is that the membership application must be processed in UK. For instance, if you are based in UK. And I've authorized the diaspora structures that if you are in UK, our system, you can still apply, but the printing of the card from January, it will be done in UK or in America or in South Africa or in Botswana at our offices, different offices. So they will be able to print the card there, then they will be able to distribute it. And we will also want them to be able to manage the membership that applies from their area of jurisdiction, such that if you are an MDC member in Canada, the leadership there must know you, you know, even if you don't want to be active, but they must know that we have an MDC card, because that card belongs to the structure in Canada. They need the parts. So that's the system that we are implementing. So we want to apologize for the delays. But the last batch, I think last week, we managed to clear the backlog. So those cards are being dispersed to the different structures in the diaspora. So now that we have also a separate department, I will also be talking to the secretary. I didn't see him here, but I will be speaking to him so that we can have a more efficient system. Because look, the cards are the ones that have sustained us up to now. The money that we use is coming from cards that people are, and we appreciate that. But we must also run a very efficient system. And these days, there's now digital cards and so forth. So all those things are being implemented. So my apologies for those who are having problems in securing their membership card. Then the lady from China, thank you very much for the donation, and we appreciate it. I will also ask the diaspora department. They are going to contact you immediately after this space, so that they can direct you to our structure in China, because we have a structure in China. We have comrades who are there that have a branch in China, and so we will be able to link you. So I will ask them to follow it up, and so that you are linked. I don't know if there was any other question that was there, but just safe to say, please, after this thing, we want you to continue hand-holding us, this difficult constituents. They are not very difficult per se, but it's difficult because we have not done the things that we have done now. It's the first time that we are coming up with targeted interventions that seeks to change the way we have been doing our things in the past. Nguva yese vanhu vanongomira ngoti vanhu variko mudhara kuno makabata kuno kupresident mukomana vari kuti mukomana ngaapinde. But look, I said, look, I don't want that kind of thing. That's why you don't see me doing those things. I want to see real figures. I want to see real growth. I want to be able to tell the president that in Mashonaland East, we are going to give you 455,000 votes, because those votes will be coming from our people that we have spoken to, people that we have visited, people that we have organized. So we want to see this thing. So this is what we are going to start with these 5 constituencies that you have helped us. We appreciate every cent that has been donated here, and my hope, together with the provincial treasurer who is here, who is going to then liaise with you guys on how the assistance is going to be then channeled, is that if we lock the 5, we will be very happy. Then allows us to Muswa 3 per ground in all 5 constituencies at the same time. Because look, this is a template that we are trying to do. So we want to immediately finish it so that we can then, because we have 210 constituents. I'm responsible for Mash East, but I'm still the SG. I must also see what is happening in Mashingo. I must see what is happening in Manikalem. I must see what is happening in Matebele. So this is just a pilot program that we want to do with the most difficult one. So once we do these ones, then there is no constituency that we will not turn into red. And you must not be worried. ZANU PF is worried. They know what is happening. The figures are there. The number of people, young people that must be registered, or the number of people, young people that want to vote in this election are so massive. So we must not relax. And I don't share this with my foot soldiers. I can share with you, but with my foot soldiers, I give them as the bedside, so that they work more hard and put more effort and so forth. So thank you very much, everyone. If there are questions that I've missed, the host will remind me. I can still come back again towards the end and deal with the questions that I've missed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, SG. Thank you so much. I don't think so far you have missed any questions, because the people have chosen action over words. So there were less questions and more action. And that's what we are encouraging, that let's keep the donations coming. So Mr. Ali challenged us that we need to finish off the 2.5 today. And then we know that those 5 constituencies are covered, right? So that's an encouragement from Mr. Ali there, and I think it's a noble encouragement. For those who don't know where they really belong in the diaspora and where to find their structures, if you inbox us, we'll make sure that that information is available to you after this space, so that you know who to contact and where. We have got a global network. Once you reach us on our account, we'll direct you to the person who is where you are, so that you can start participating in the activities. That will be that side. So thank you for that. We'll go to the next round. We have about 6 new people who are here. And I hope it will be more of the donations and less of the questions. Let's start with G. Muchawaira. G. Muchawaira, can you unmute and go ahead?
Host, before Mr. Muchawaira speaks, can you give us the figures, the update of where we are?
Yes, definitely. The updates, we are now at $1,566. That's what we have now. So thank you for the reminder, Mr. Ali.
I didn't do maths very well. What is the balance? How much do we need to finish off with the Secretary General for today?
Around 900 and something. 944, if my math is correct.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I think we have a challenge that we have before us, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking for 944. And I think if we can all pledge to say, oh, I'll bring a 50, I'll bring a 20. Right now, we will finish with this and release the SG to go there smiling. I'm sure he will start a new year with a smile on his face, because he knows that some of the things that he once done would have been done by us today. I leave the challenge with you. I'm going to go back again and put another 50 just to make sure we complete this 900. I'll put my 50, and I'm looking forward to seeing you putting yours. Host, have you put yours?
I will also put mine. I'm busy here, so soon after it's done, I will go there. I'm afraid it might end the entire space, and I don't think it will help.
No.
So I will definitely go after the space and add on. So from there, let's go to okay, our speaker has dropped. Let's go to Patrick. Patrick, can you go ahead?
Thank you, hosts. Thank you, SG. Can you hear me?
Clear.
Yeah, thank you. I've just put in $20 US.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and then if the SG can clarify again on the cards, is it saying from next year, January, cards will be are going to be decentralized, or they are still being done in Harare? Thank you.
Okay, you will definitely answer you at the end. The question has come back again, SG. If you can write it somewhere, then answer it at the end. Let's go to Lord Commander of Tokwe.
Good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you for this noble cause and hosting this. All right. I'm putting my 50 there before I continue talking. And then also, I wanted to say, what the SG is going to be doing with these people down there is to really have a proper audit of the wards down there. What happened in the last election, to really know the figures. Like you said, you want the proper figures to say each ward, how many were declared, and how much was stolen, so that we actually know exactly what happened and how we can counter that. So in future, so that as well, while they are down there, they should be taking pictures of the dilapidated roads to expose the ZANU-PF destruction of the countryside, and they claim to get votes from those people. They need to be exposed. They expose us in the towns to say we are not doing well, but we are not countering it in the rural areas to say this is the rural areas, these are the schools, these are the roads that they have. They're doing nothing, no development in the rural areas. But we haven't really exposed them that way. But for the voting sake, we need to know the exact figures, what happened and what could happen, just projection to see, so that in future we preempt the ZANU-PF if they're going to declare something which is not. Because we go back to the census and say, before even the elections are done, we know how many people are in Muzumba in every ward. Then it will help. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll then go to George. George, can you go ahead?
And before George, I have a very exciting announcement to make. We have received a donation here from Mr. Fidelis Chikonzo. He is a printer by profession, so he is going to print 10,000 flyers for each of the constituents. So he has pledged a total of 50,000 flyers. So I hope the diaspora desk, you take note and follow up. And the treasurer, I think my treasurer is there from Marsh East. So each of the 5 constituents, they are going to have 10,000 flyers with the voter registration messages. So when the foot soldiers are going to walk around, then there's something to leave at every household. Thank you very much.
That's quite exciting. That's quite exciting. Thank you so much, SG, for that.
Let's get 100 from everyone, please. Let's get 100.
Let's get 100 people.
Very exciting news. Very exciting news.
Yes, information dissemination is key in these activities. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's go to George. George, you can unmute and go ahead.
Okay. Masura say, Mese, thank you to SG. I'm just in South Africa. I heard someone on this space says, is it possible for us to donate via the MDC account? Because in South Africa, we don't have that payoff. I'm asking if someone can tell me the account, then I make my donation there. Thank you very much. And just want the I'm exactly in Pretoria. If there is offices of MDC which are in Pretoria, so that I can walk in checking for my card for the next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Send us a message if you need further details. Send us a message, then we'll respond to you after the space. Thank you so much. From George, let's go to Aida. Aida Nyamarevu, you can go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I would like to pledge £20.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And I don't know how to do it. I live in Rugby in the United Kingdom, so I don't know how to do it.
So the first way you can do is like there's a tweet that was shared in this space. If you click on top, you'll see that there's a PayPal there. Or if you click on the post and you go on the pinned tweet of MDCA Diaspora, Diaspora Affairs, you actually go and find the link through which you can donate. Thank you so much, Aida.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. From there, let's go to Mr. Brighton. You have your hand raised.
Yeah, he's got his hand there.
Just want to say I've donated another $50. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brighton, for adding another $50 to the cause. I can see that Mr. Model is back. Can you go ahead?
Oh, thank you so much. I just want to donate $50. Actually, I want to pass this message to SG Hwende. Leader Hwende, please pass my apology to the national organ. They've been trying to phone me. I was busy at work, maybe just in case. So I'm just giving my $50 to say, please pass my message. That's my apologies for not responding to his message. Thank you. So I'm donating $50 for SG Hwende to pass my message to the national organ. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have made our SG a post boy. I think you should have donated more. But anyway, thank you so much. Let's go to Sister More Blessing. Sister More Blessing seems to have dropped off. Let's go to Lord Commander. Okay, it looks like they have dropped off as well. Dr. Anga is back. Doctor, you are back. Can you go ahead?
Thank you, leader. I don't know why Twitter Space is like we're somewhere in UMP. It keeps dropping off. I've donated another 75, and for another 50, I would like my brother David to do 25, so we can get closer to another 100. I think we can get done today. That would be work taken off our plate. Thank you so much.
Your brother David, can brother David request the mic so that he can confirm that he's going to do the 25? Yeah, he has given us 100, so that means a 25 from brother David. From there, okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother David. Let's go ahead. Who else is? All right, thank you so much. Can we also get an update of how we are sitting now? Can you just send me a message as well? Then others, is there anyone else who would like to request the mic?
I think while they're waiting to request the mic, give us an update, host.
Yes, definitely. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm waiting for the figures. As soon as they are in, I'll be sharing with you in a moment.
Fantastic. I also wanted to share with everyone who's on the space tonight that the diaspora affairs, we've got so much packed for the membership and the citizens. We are in the process of building networks. So if you are approached by one of us in that respect or in that regard, we are building networks, we are working on policies. There are so much that we are doing. Anybody who wishes to make a donation, people are donating their vehicles. You know, sometimes you're not using your vehicle and it's there at home. We need to hear from you. You know, we need to hear from you. There are vehicles that have been donated, and I know some people have even donated houses. So, I mean, if anybody's got anything of that sort, please, our Twitter handle, speak to us, and yeah, we would really appreciate. There's a lot that we as Diaspora Affairs would need to do, but this is for you and me. And there is nothing that's going to stop the movement from moving. You might take the office and think you are not going to steal the idea. You are not. And I'm so grateful to see my brothers and sisters, my brother doctor there. I'm grateful that you managed to come on the space tonight, and all the ones that I haven't mentioned by name. Let's continue to fight. This is the fight between that has been waged against us, and we have to stand up to this fight. We've got to deal with this fight. It's not for MDC. MDC is a political party that needs you and me. So without you and me, MDC cannot stand. So if we are going to be waiting and saying MDC is going to do it, we're going to be shortfall again. But I think this particular time, we've got to say no. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ali. To reiterate your words, is us as the Diaspora Affairs team, like he said, that we are creating a network. When you see most of the people who are here, there are people who are also in our networks, wherever we are. So we do our mobilizations through the network, more through the network than through any other platform. So join us, join the networks. Our trust is on targeted resource mobilization. For us, we are interested in election resources. We want to resource our our constituencies, our provinces. If you know that the first fundraiser we did, it was via Zoom, and we were fundraising for a PA system. Right now, I think SG can confirm there are many events that if the party wants to do the events, they have to hire a PA system, which we thought if they hire a $2,000 PA system for the president to be able to speak, why can't we buy our own PA system, right? Right now, we have our brother who have donated 50,000 posters because he's into printing business. Why not buy our own printers as a party and print as much as we can and just buy the paper, something like that? So because of that, the Diaspora Affairs desk believes in targeted programs where we just say we want to do this and we want to buy a PA system, we buy it, we show it to the people, and we move on to the next project. Just like here, we knew that there's need for $500 for uzumba. Once it's done, we know that uzumba is done for the pilot study. Then we go to Maramba, we go to Fungwe, we go to Mutsi North, and we go like that because that is what we call targeted resource mobilization. And we are looking more at the resources. That's why you see that if you donate a car or if you donate a house, let's say you are saying people who are victimized, they might want somewhere to stay, something like a safe house. And my house is free, I'm in the diaspora. You can then contact us and say, okay, you can use my property until the election is over so that we can help the people. That's something targeted. So you don't have, it doesn't have to be money only. It can also be resources that can help support the election, something like this. This is the trust that we have. So when we come to you and saying, each province, if each province has got its own activities, it might need its own PA system, right? Meaning we might need 10 PA systems for the provinces. Then we have one big PA system for the president that is able maybe to, that is enough. If we have, let's say, the National Sports Stadium as a venue, something like that. So we are looking at targeted resource mobilization. We need resources and they should be targeted. As soon as it's done, we come back to you and show you this is what you have done. And we'll be moving on bit by bit like that. So thank you so much for that. We are going to give OJ the mic. And after OJ, we are going to give Luke. Then we go ahead.
Thank you, leadership. I don't have much to say, but listening through, I noticed that there are brothers in South Africa who think they can walk through the office or to donate. Just a little bit of information. If you are using a banking app, let's say you're banking with Standard Bank or FNB, or you can, this other green bank, just get a virtual card. It's not a physical card, it's a virtual card that you can access online. You can actually link it to your account and do payments from there. You don't need a paper account. I even forgot my paper details, but I do have it. I'm in South Africa, so we do have paper in South Africa. But you can get a virtual card that you link to your account. You don't need to use your debit card. It doesn't work normally on online transactions. But a virtual card will work, and you are able to do donations. I'm saying that because I have tested it myself today. I didn't have much money, but with the $5 just to get this information, it has gone through. So you can have a virtual card. I don't need to struggle. So that makes you can contribute also in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your generous donation of $5 and also for being generous with the information of how the other citizens in South Africa can also access such services. Let's go to Mr. Luke. Mr. Luke, you can unmute and go ahead.
Okay, I was saying, okay, you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
I was saying, okay, I'm in Zimbabwe, as you can see, maybe. I take on to these spaces because there's a lot that is being said about these spaces that I probably need to share with you guys. Like yesterday I had to fill some questions. We were just talking like at work, and people were like, no, but yes, that what I was just saying, there are these initiatives and so forth, just in general talk. And people were saying like, but we don't know how to contribute in Zimbabwe. I know there is that policy and so forth, but the thing is, it is not publicized. That's critical. In Zimbabwe, I believe they begin to feel good. They are part of it when they even when they pay something like 1,000 bond or even 500 bond. It needs to be publicized.
Okay, thank you.
You get it. You get it. Like I understand you guys are doing so much and you are sacrificing so much, but at the end of the day, the sacrifice has to come from here.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For us, we are the Diaspora desk, so we will pass our message on the need for donations in Zimbabwe to our colleagues, because for us, our main focus is the Diaspora Affairs desk, people in the diaspora, but the message we are going to carry it to our other colleagues. Then from there, I will.
In fact, maybe just to clarify that, because a lot of people always wonder how you can donate from Zimbabwe. If you want to donate from Zimbabwe direct to the party, we have various systems. The easiest one is the WhatsApp boot system that we have. So I'll give out the number now, then you can test it. It works. And
Okay. I just need to comment something on that.
Let me finish first.
Yeah.
Can I finish?
Yes, I want you to finish, man, and I'm going to comment on something. 2 seconds.
Okay.
I was saying, like I'm passionate about this because kana mukaraza zvana budiwa ndatu mama structures and ndakatozopa kundau yaku ndachinja chino. Just one could look at this. I even per website and so forth. But the people that you were trying to convince good guys, let's even got one day on got $1 and so forth. But you guys are not visible.
Okay. So maybe I didn't get you correctly. So that's another issue of people who are not convinced with our visibility, and I think they are correct in some respect. That's why we are now trying to ensure that in every constituency, in every ward, in every branch, we have active structures that are easily identifiable in the community, so that they occupy the role of a community leader in whatever area they are. If there's a funeral, that branch must take community leadership. If there's a wedding, they must be seen. No one should never look for MDC leadership. So that's some of the things that we are trying to do. So thank you very much. Over to you, host.
Okay. Thank you. So we've gone 17 minutes over our time. So what I'll do is keep donating. First, I'll give you the update. Right now we are at 1,966. We are left with $504 for us to be able to reach all the 5 constituencies. So I'll give the mic to 3 speakers, or to 2 speakers rather, to Tarisai and then to Dangel. Tarisai, can you go ahead? Okay, Tatsai Masimba looks like they can't go ahead. Let's go to Duncan. Duncan, can you go ahead?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead,
Greetings,
Tatsai.
everyone. I don't know if you can hear me because everything is just quiet here, but I really want to salute the comrades who are really engaging us on this topic. We need to do whatever it takes for our country to be free. Since I can't hear you, that's all I can say. But thank you, thank you. I support this program. Tomorrow I'll be donating what I can. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tatsai. If you are going to hear us, we thank you for the donation that you are going to make tomorrow. Duncan, go ahead. Duncan, I can't hear Duncan. Mr. Chatukuta, can you go ahead? Patrick Chatukuta.
I've already spoken. I don't. I'm just waiting for my answer from the SG.
Okay, nice, perfect. That's good. Let's go to let's see the speaker, the Brighton. You can, Mr. Brighton is back. Can you go ahead, Mr. Brighton?
Thank you very much. We are only left with 500, so I'm going to challenge my brother Washington, my colleague Dr. Ranga, my senior colleague Mateo, and everyone here. Should we leave without finishing this 500? I'll give you the chance to donate, and then we can see what we can do to finish this. Because 500, with due respect, it's not much that we can leave without concluding it.
It's now 436 left.
That's exciting. That's exciting. So I'll challenge my colleagues. Sorry to put you on the spot.
We are used to that, my brother. How many are we? If we are 4, we can just finish it up. There's you, myself, and my brother Mateo there, and you mentioned somebody else as well.
Dr.
Ranga.
Oh, okay, all right. And Dr. Zikwe as well.
Yeah.
How many are we? So there's 5 of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
So can you do the math so that we can complete this, so we can let the SG go home? It's getting late now, so we can let the SG go and rest, and everyone else. And then the rest, we can go and join the space as well, because the space, I think, is on now. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's for everyone who's on this. I was not we're over 200. If everyone can put $10 now, it will also lessen the burden for the people that are put on the spot. So everyone, if we go and just make a donation now, but the thing is, we are not going to leave here until we finish the 2,500 that we need.
Okay, can I just come in? I'll put the 36 that is outside so that we are left with 400.
Thank you, Mr. Mateo there for the 36. So we are left with the 400. I can see that there are some who are failing to speak, but we have requested. So let me add speaker and add also. So, Sabuk, you can go ahead.
I'm so disappointed with my friends who call each other without calling us too. But because they've done that, I'm only putting 25 and they do the rest. Trimbinga of it.
Sorry, apologies.
Okay, Mbinga Daniel. Don't leave others out, okay? I would have read all the people here. I believe they are here because they are also Mbingas in their own right. Can we all go and add something so that we can move ahead? Whilst we are waiting, or whilst we are putting those other amounts to finish up, we understand that I don't know if Chief is still here. he had said he wanted to talk about something. I will invite him to speak. We understand that we have our comrade Makomborero Aruziwishe, who has been in custody for a long time, and people would like to just know and show solidarity with our brother Makomborero. So since Chief has dropped, I will give this time to the SG to just appraise the listeners on Makomborero, and then I think Chief is also here and appraise, but I'll give the SG first. Then Chief, you can also talk about Makomborero. Meanwhile, let's use the link and then we'll update, then end the space soon. So go ahead.
Host, I think there's a number of leadership who are the diaspora leadership who are on this. I think let's just divide one another, everyone who's here. Let's find out how many we are so that we can share this. The reason why I just repeated the names that my brother Dr. Shreka had mentioned. I know we are a team here, but I think that team that's here, let's just come up and say 25-25. I think if we put 25-25 each, we can complete that. And everyone else who feels the heart telling them that they need to do this, let's do this, guys. This is ours. Let's learn to take ownership of something. You take ownership, it's yours. Let's go with it.
Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Over to you, SG, on the Makomborero issue as we wrap up whilst the network is dividing and doing their mess. Can you go ahead and say something about the situation of our comrade Makomborero Arusirishe?
Okay. Once again, thank you very much, everyone who is here today. We has donated, and those who are still donating. The current situation regarding our leader, Comrade Marco, is that he remains incarcerated because of one outstanding case. I know that there were conflicting reports that were issued during the day, but the last update that I got was that the lawyers must now deal with that aspect. So it's an issue that we are giving urgent attention, and we hope that in the next few days we will have good news. So the lawyers are dealing with the matter, and hopefully we will have good news. So you could see that we still have all sets of lawyers that are there, and I've seen also that the Warakashi were talking bad about our own lawyers, the MDC. What I must say is that all the senior leadership in the MDC have had a chance. Those who are lawyers, Professor Nwe, Comrade Job Scala, Advocate Mahere, Comrade Tendai BT, have had an input through the lawyers of record to try to also contribute and help. A number of lawyers also who are in private practice have been contacting Obey Shara, who is the lawyer helping with the various applications. So it's not correct that the party has not helped. And I must also say that Dr. Professor Maduku was added at the request of Marco. The request came through the president. The president asked me to coordinate. We did send people to the prison, facilitated that, and also I know that the human rights defenders led by our brother Comrade Tsunga, they also then chipped in with the financial assistance. So a lot of people have been helping, and we want to appreciate everyone that has helped and that still continues to help, and also our own Department of Welfare and various other leaders that continuously help to ensure that our comrade is well catered for, and also that he is released from this unjustified incarceration. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, SG. Chief Soswe, before we give others a chance, Chief Soswe, can you say something on the Mako issue?
Rico, when my boss has spoken, I can't say much, but all I can say is, there's something good happening around our comrade, and just like the people's SG said, we want to thank everyone who has contributed, who has been running around, and who is still running around, people that are running around to make sure that Marco is comfortable, even though he is locked up. I can confirm that we have a prayer group called Pamavi. I think a lot of people know about that. Very aligned with the MTC Alliance. It has been praying for Marco, and I know last time around, a few days ago, they made some contributions, and the money was sent to Marco. And I also want to appreciate our Secretary for Welfare, Leader Maureen, because I know I'm in the same group with her, together with David Siampondo, who is here, and Chennai, and many others. And there are some MD. Alliance lawyers in that group. We'll be making contact. I'm a journalist myself. So to the SG, I just want to say thank you so much for all the effort that you are putting. We have never seen an SG who comes here and says, I'm going to be on the ground. And I think when the president gave you that, that was one of the crocodile giants, because March East has always been problematic. That's where ZANU-PF rigs a lot, not wins. That's where they rig a lot. All the prefects that they have a lot of members there, they don't have. I come from Weza myself, and I know that ZANU-PF has never won in Weza North. They always rig. So guys, I finished .sg toda kuti mukomana apinde muna 2023, apinde neMarch East yake, apinde neuzumba maramba yake, mukomana ngaapinde nemudzi yake, mukomana ngaapinde neWeza North yake, maraini kwangu, mukomana ngaapinde neWeza South kwachiwenga uko, toda kumutorera chiwenga kwacho ikoko, mukomana ngaapinde nechikomba kwamukoma wedu Dewa akasiya mhiso, rest in peace. Toda kuitora March East yacho yose. Thank you so much, and I know with you, SG, and your team, we are going to get March East. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief, for the kind words and for the words of encouragement, and for the update on Marco and the prayer group. All those people who are praying for our fellow youth leader. Thank you so much, Pamavi. Keep on doing that. Because it is important that when one of our own is under uncomfortable circumstances, we keep them in our prayers, we visit them, and we do whatever we can to make sure that they come back to the life which is like our own, where they have their freedom. So thank you for that, and I can confirm that we are now at 2,392. We are left with $108. And I'll give a chance to speak to Mr. Brighton, whose hand is up. And I think it's Dr. Brighton there, whose hand is up. And after that, we'll go back to others. So go ahead.
Thank you very much, host. Thank you very much for the update. I just wanted to say that I'd already put 150. You've included it in there, which is fine. So we are now left with 100. I know Chief Sose said he's going to contribute. Thank you, Chief Sose. Then I think we are done. I don't know whether I know Dr. Rang was trying to speak as well, and also so many people who I have not mentioned their names. I think we can, if we are left with 100. Can we have a confirmation that we are done? We want to make sure that we leave here with 2,500. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. But before that, I'm going to give the mic to Mr. Elisha Chambara. Can you go ahead, Mr. Chambara? Elisha Chambara, can you unmute and go ahead?
Hi, leadership.
It seems like
Can I speak?
Go ahead, Dr. Angai.
Oh, thank you so much. I want to say thank you, Dr. Chireka, for the challenge. I put 100 in, and I'm willing to put another 25 so we get this finished. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Let's go to Sabuk.
Sabuku. Okay. Okay, it's more depend. Sorry, can I interrupt you?
Yes. Go ahead, Mr. Moda.
Dr. Chireka.
My leader, how are you?
Fine. I thought I was going to challenge, then I missed that. So I'm going to add up with another $50 so that it becomes, we escape the total. So I'll put $50 because you, Dr. Chireka, you missed when you mentioned the names. I thought Dr. Chireka was going to put my name in front. So I wanted to put 200, but now because you didn't do that, I'm going to put $50 for that.
If I apologize, would you be able to put 75, my leader? I apologize, please.
Next time. So I'm going to top up with $50 on that.
Okay, thank you. I think what is remaining is the team, the Diaspora Network team. We will make sure that the amount, when it comes, it's complete. So I can say thank you everyone who has generously donated. On top of the 2,500 that we have managed to raise, there are 2 cars that are there which will be fully fueled, that are ready to do the work. So on top of the contribution, the money that will be there, there are also 2 cars that have been donated. Please, can you send us a message if you are not clear where you are in terms of the structures, like where you are in the diaspora. You can send us a message. We direct you to the right people. Yeah, something like that. Then I will give the last word to the SG. After that, Mukoma Ali, you can then come and just thank everyone as well, sort of vote of thanks. SG, your last words.
Okay. No, thank you very much, everyone, once again. I can't wait to get out of this space to call the president to inform him about the success of tonight's space. He gets worried when the spaces are for attacking each other and so forth. People get call him to say, okay, there's this space, people are attacking, what's going on and all those things. So I'm sure today he will sleep well with a bit of good news. We appreciate everything that has happened here. And I want just to recap so that we are sure of the 5 constituencies that you have supported today. The number 1 constituency is Uzumba constituency. So it will get assistance to the tune of $500 and 10,000 flyers, voter registration flyers. Then, and also, I think it's only fair that one of the cars be allocated to Uzumba, because we remember we originally came here for Uzumba. So I hope the provincial treasurer is taking note of how we are distributing these donations. Then the second one is the Maramba Fungwe. So they will also get 500, then they will get 10,000 flyers, and then they will also get the other vehicle. So for Uzumba and Maramba Fungwe, these 2 constituencies, they now have everything that they need. So basically, they are fully funded. Mutoko South is one of the constituencies. It's a very difficult constituency. I think those who come from that area, they know that. So we will also be in Mutoko South. Then Mudzi West, they will get 500 and 10,000 flyers. Then the last one is Marondera East Rural. It's the only constituency chaita by election, Kumashi East. So we thought it's a rural constituency also. It went to ZANU PF, but it's a constituency that I want us to show everyone. So we will be putting a lot of emphasis on Marondera East. Ichatipama early indications where we are going. So those are the 5 constituencies that we are supporting, that you have supported today. Uzumba, Maramba Fungwe constituency, Mutoko South, Marondera East Rural, and the Mudzi West. So once again, thank you very much. I will request from the organizers, the host, a list of the individuals that have donated, so that my office can then ensure that by end of day tomorrow, we issue individual thank you letters to everyone that has donated. This is our tradition, that when such a thing happens, we must write and officially thank you. But those who are uncomfortable in receiving any acknowledgement from us, they must then also indicate to the host, so that we then skip those ones. But there are some people that don't want to be known that they've helped us. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Mario Yamatipai, mashandira atinoita ndekuti patinosvika kunzvimbo tinenge tine matimu patichavasia vachita matimu, because this exercise will go on for about 20 days. So we have calculated with 20 days is enough kuti tiwane patinotenga hupfu hwedu, totenga kambudzi kedu, vanhu vapinda mundima vanopinda tovazotanga kuma10 tozodzoka kuma44 patinge takupa tichiita recap of the day, vosvikawo vabikirwa sadza, you know. So so matimu edu vanenge vachingowanawo sadza vachifamba vachita sei. So ndo zvatinge tichingoita izvozvo, just in a nutshell. But once again, thank you very much. I want you to encourage you always. Many people don't know that the role that the diaspora has been playing in terms of keeping the MDC alive. I know it myself because I work with you every day. And these donations, we appreciate all the various efforts. I've seen that the citizens are also now coming out. But most of the citizens are here also. So it's the diaspora structures of the MDC, because there's no one who gives money to the MDC who doesn't subscribe to the MDC's principle. So we thank you, our leaders. We thank the citizens that are not in the leadership positions, but they continuously help us and raise various amounts of money. We thank you. Don't be discouraged. Don't entertain. Chatting would at the end of the day. I've told people who are Zimbabwe, many people don't understand my character. I told them I'm not selling ice cream. I don't want to campaign again for next Congress. I'm not thinking about the next Congress because I know that I must deliver State House. My goal is simple. People elected me so that Advocate Chamisa can be in State House. Ndapedza basa rangu iroro ndoenda kumhondoro mozonditsvaga mega kana makuda zveintena kwenyu. So I'm not afraid to take difficult decisions because for only going papa you must take difficult decisions. But if you are eyeing internal contestations in Musanga, many leaders end up not taking difficult decisions. I'm not afraid. I speak my mind because we have a difficult task that we must do. And I promise you that we will achieve what we have set ourselves to achieve. Where we make mistakes, you can see I'm a very young SG, learning on the job. And I need guidance also. I appreciate a lot of people still come back to me, my inboxes. Madai. When I started, because I was elected in Jiva, I had a lot of rough edges. Was Nandiri a stone thrower that means office member jacket. So during the first days, a lot of things didn't come out well. But I know the leaders, everyone would come. And all those advice. I'm sure you are now happy with the product that you have, but I want to make you happier and become the first Secretary General to take you to State House so that there is no comparison. This SG is going to take you to State House. So thank you very much. You have given me tools to use. My January is now looking very exciting. And so those are my parting words to you. Thank you. I see some leaders who have joined us from Marsh East. I see our Honorable MP from Marsh East. I've seen also our Social Secretary, Comrade Kademaunga, and the Deputy Treasurer was here also from Marsh East. And the Chairman could not come because he has no network. But I spoke to him before the space, and he will find a way of coming to thank you. Because amatitire amumboziva kuti matigonera sei, but muchangoono nezvatinenge tichiita pagava kuti matigonera. So thank you very much everyone. Hey, pakawanda zanu nhasi ndatoona naprofesa vapinda vezana ha but zvazvanakidzawo kana vachitopindawo kudai is good kuti Professor Shinga Feresu tokutambirai nemufaro. Thank you very much. Over to you as our host.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As Diaspora Affairs, we believe that if you are in the diaspora, whether you are partisan or non-partisan, we have your interest at heart, including the professor who has been specially welcomed by the SG. We have the interest of the entire diaspora in heart. All those who need their thank you letters from the SG department, send us messages. Send us I donated, this is my name. Everyone can fit into the inbox. So just send a message to our inbox. Then before our vote of thanks, I'm sure there are these two last people. I'll give them 30 seconds each to just say something. Pride J, can you go ahead? 30 seconds.
That Pride should have brought money. If he hasn't got money, he can speak after the SG has spoken.
Yes, definitely. I am sure that those who want to speak after the SG, it's about money. So go ahead and speak, Mr. Pride. Okay, he's not speaking. Then beaches, something like that.
Yes, thank you very much. I just want to thank SG Hwende and Honorable Chiziwa and all the leaders which are there. I would like to say I've donated also mine worth £20, which is in dollars is $21.10, which I've managed to donate it also today. I also thank everyone with the work which they are doing. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Now we'll go to our vote of thanks from Mukoma Ali. Can you go ahead, my brother Ali?
Thank you, my brother. I would really want to thank everyone who's come here tonight on behalf of the Diaspora Alliance Affairs. What you have done, I think today we have come out with 50,000 flyers, 10,000 per constituency, 2 cars, 1 truck, 1 car, $2,500. I think that we have done really well, and let's continue working together. To our leadership, the SG, I just want to say thank you for being with us here tonight. We are going to be calling on you to doing more things as we are planning and progressing, and looking forward to a new Zimbabwe. Thank you, everyone who's here. I think the space has started. We work together with our colleagues on the spaces. So, we should go over to the space and continue to support the cause. Many thanks again, and have a very good evening. We probably might be catching up next year. Zico, you need to put that song before we go. Thank you very much, our host as well.
Thank you so much. I will try to make sure that song comes out. And when my brother is talking about the other spaces, he's talking about the citizens spaces which are hosted by our brother Villager and our chairman, in Australia, Chairman Jaji, and the others. So when they are doing the efforts we are doing, we call it Potaneko Tsangane strategy. So it means that when they are doing what they are doing and we are doing what we are doing, the goal is the same. They want to defend the vote, and us, we need to get the vote. So the efforts are synchronized and we are going in the same direction. And if the space is on, let's join, let's support them. Thank you so much. As we are leaving, we'll just listen to a song. Then we go. Thank you so much.
Voice of democracy is still searching what happened to Mogi. Voice of democracy is still searching what happened to him. Voice of democracy is still searching what happened to Mogi. Voice of democracy is still searching what happened to him. Magambe Morgan, Putugazike, Magambe Magambe Morgan, drinking water, Magambe Magambe Morgan, Putugazike, Magambe Magambe Morgan, drinking water, Magambe Diania izoti mutsatirere muhopedza taivatirere Dianiva izoti mutsatirere pasina sare Diania izoti mutsa munyika muhopedza taivatirere Diania izoti mutsa munyika dai yasiri Mogi seiko Yerewa na shando Sabe magai wa seiko